Jai Shri Gurudev. Today we are going to discuss about the poem When You Are Old. It is written by W.B. Yeats. He is an Irish poet. W.B. William Butler Yeats. That is his full name. He lived between 1865 to 1939. He has got Nobel Prize for the contribution to the field of literature, since he has given lots of literary works. For his contribution to the field of literature, he has been given Nobel Prize in 1929. He was actively involved. He had actively involved in the national movement of Ireland. National movement of Ireland. Okay. So Ireland, in order to get the independence, freedom for that state, he struggled. He involved in lot many ways for his country, for his people. Okay. In fact, it was under the control of British monarchy. It had no proper support. The kind of administration, the kind of work, the kind of service, the kind of activities which were happening around the Great Britain were not fully in favor of Ireland. That's why many people involved in the national movement. In one such movement, in that movement, even W.B. Yeats also involved. So when during his involvement in the national movement, he had come in contact with a woman called as Maud Gonne. Okay. She was a very beautiful young lady. Beautiful young lady. Beautiful lady. She was an activist, political activist. That is one thing. Second thing, she was an actress. Okay, and a feminist. She was very intelligent also. She was an intelligent woman. She had contacts, the relationship with many politicians also. That's why she was a known figure in the Ireland. Okay. So with whom even W.B. Yeats was in love. Okay. He proposed to this lady many times, but his love was not accepted by Maud Gonne. Okay. You know that she had contacts with lots of politicians. She was a public figure. She did not consider the love of W.B. Yeats. When he felt that he was not accepted, reciprocated, he was feeling frustrated or disappointed since the fact that his love was not accepted by her. He wrote this poem. He has written not only this poem, many other love poems he has written. So many of his poems are collected in the book called The Rose. This is the name of the collection, name of his collection of poems. So in this book, the same poem, When You Are Old, is also there. Okay, available. And in this particular poem, he talks about how he loved her and how she did not accept him, what she has to do in her old age, and what is going to be the consequence if she doesn't accept his love. That is the kind of discussion which goes around in this poem. You know that this poem is only of 3 stanzas. Okay, each stanza is having 4 lines, and each line is going to be ended with a pattern of rhyming scheme. That rhyming scheme is A B B. A B B A. Okay, A B B A. This is the rhyming scheme of first stanza, and next one is C D C. This is the another rhyming scheme of the second stanza. In the third one, E. Not E. Okay, E F F E. This is the rhyming scheme he has followed in this poem. And here the timing is very important thing. The time is a very important factor in this particular poem, because we understand what is the time that he talks about, he is going to mention about. There will be a twist of time. Here he says in the first poem, the word old is going to indicate the future, and at the same time she has to come back to her past. Okay, present tense, past tense, future tense, all the 3 will be noted, will be used in this poem. Okay, so all the 3 timings, the tenses will be used. So how there will be twist of these tenses. It means to say that in the poem, how he mentions certain instructions, that will be for the particular age of the lady with whom he was in love. At present, both are young. He has written at the young age itself, and he is giving to her that lady about whom he has written, about whom he has spoken in the poem. She is going to become aged. One fine day she is going to become aged. When she becomes aged, she has to read the book and she has to understand about her past, about the relationship between the lady and also the poet. What was the relationship? That is going to be thought, that is going to be recollected, that is going to be realized only both becomes aged. Okay, but the time is gone. It means in the future, if they try to regret about the past, there is no use at all. That is a kind of instruction revealing it is going to happen in this poem. Okay, so try to understand in a simple way. W.B. Yeats is in love with Mahatma. He is telling something. Since she has not accepted his love, he has proposed to her, she has not accepted it. That is going to become a kind of disappointment and frustration for the poet. He is going to tell her what she has to do in future, what is going to happen to her in future. That has to be corrected now itself. That is the kind of instruction or advice is given to the lady. So let us read the poem and understand how deeply he involves in the description, in the kind of expression about his feelings. When you are old and grey and full of sleep,
and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft blue. Your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace and loved your beauty with love false or true. But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Okay, about the same poem, he has also given some description here. The brief explanation is also given. I just read it for you. In this love poem, the speaker imagines his beloved in the future when she is old and reading the book of poems he is now writing. Reading the book, she will remember the past and youthful beauty and the many who admired her, while the others loved her physical beauty and grace. Only he loved her soul, and her soul searched for something meaningful. However, she will also feel sad that love also vanished. Okay, so you understand that now both are at the young age. He is in love with her. He is going to write this poem. He is going to tell something to the lady that when she becomes old, she has to read the poem and she has to understand how she was beautiful in her youth and how this fellow loved her and how she behaved towards him. But already time has passed. In her old age, she cannot think about him because he is also no more with her. That is the kind of expression, the poetic expression we can find in this poem. Okay, you know that the timing is present and he talks about what she has to do in the future and she has to remember about her past. Okay, all the things are twisted and turned to make us confused. Okay, when you read it for first time, you don't understand. You will get confused whether it is about the future or whether it is about the past. Something like that, we are going to get confused. Let me read the poem. When you are old and grey and full of shame and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes at once and of their shadows deep. Okay, so you should see the punctuation marks in the poem. It looks like one single sentence. It is not that one paragraph is one single sentence. The whole poem looks like a single sentence. All the entire single sentence is broken into number of lines with the help of the punctuation marks, that is comma and semicolon. At the end of first two stanzas, we have mentioned that there are two semicolons. Okay, so let it be. How it is going to tell us what is that? Okay, we know that he has written this poem and it is given in the book of poems, that is the Rose. She is going to pick that poem, pick that book, and she is going to read that. When she is going to read, when you are old, when she becomes old, now she is young. Okay, he is telling her, when you are old and grey, grey means she is old and she appears grey, her hair is grey. Okay, and the skin on her face also have lots of wrinkles. All those things are indicating she is aged and she is not having any sort of energy in her body. She is fully feeling drowsy. That is what, full of sleep. She is feeling drowsy. And now she is not having any sort of energy, enthusiasm. Just like how she is energetic, enthusiastic in the youth. That is not so. That will not be there. She has rejected him. She is thinking that what is at present for her, that is going to be forever. She is not conscious of it. She is not having that rationality in her. She doesn't think about it. But one day he is telling that she is going to become grey and full of sleep. It means she will not be having any sort of energy. And nodding by the fire to take the warmth in her body, the blood is also getting cold. She is not able to withstand against the cold, the chilled environment, the surrounding, the climate is going to become cold, chilled for her. She cannot withstand it. She cannot beat the cold because her body will be old and she will not have energy. She will not have that vigor, the strength. That's why what she has to do, she has to sit by the fire to take the warmth to beat the cold. Okay? And she will be nodding at the aged situation. In the old age, she will be feeling somewhat drowsy and always she will be nodding her head in front of the fireplace. Just beside her, in front of she will be sitting to take the warmth and she will be sitting by the fire and she will be feeling sleepy and will be nodding her head because she is not having enough strength to hold her head stiffly. Okay? Because she is going to become aged. Okay? At that time, what she has to do, he is going to tell her, take down this book. That is nothing but the book, The Rose, in which he has written lots of poems and she has to read the poems. Why she has to read the poems? She cannot do anything. Only she has to remember her past. She has to recollect her past. Take down this book, that is the book of poems, that is The Rose. She has to take, and what she has to do? She has to read it slowly. She has to read it slowly. Why she has to read it slowly? Because anyway you know that she will not be having energy to read it fast, just like in the young age, in the youth. She has to read it slowly for another reason, that is to understand it properly. To understand it properly, she has to read it slowly. If she reads very fast, if she glances, if she doesn't touch upon that properly, she cannot understand the poem properly. She has to read it slowly. Only when you read it, the poetry can be understood. More and more you read, more and more you are going to understand. You are going to feel. You are going to feel the kind of emotion that is felt by the writer as well at the time of writing the poem. The poetic beauty can be realized only when it is read properly. That is nothing but slowly. He is telling her to read it slowly. She should not read very fast. What is the advantage of reading slowly? He is going to tell in the next phrase, in the next segment of the poem, that is, and dream of the soft glow. Slowly she starts to think about her past. In her youthful age, in her youth, how she was, that is going to be remembered by her. She is going to recollect her. She is going to be a kind of memoir for her. What she is going to remember? She is going to remember her soft look your eyes had once. Dream of the soft look your eyes had once. Once in the sense, in her youth. Correct? at present, when he is writing the poem, she is also young and he is also young. When both of them are going to become aged, old, at the time when they start reading that book, what they will do? They will just remember the past. That is, she is going to dream. That comes in her imagination, in her mind, how she was beautiful. How her eyes had the youth, energy, the attraction in her youth. Okay, that she is going to remember. And of their shadows being around the eyes, the shadows were getting highlighted. That she is going to remember when she becomes read and when she is going to read this poem in her old age. That is what he tells. And in the next stanza, he tells that we have to read it and we have to understand that. Let us see. How many loved your moments of glad grace and loved your beauty with love false or true, but one man loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. He says, how many loved your moments of glad grace. Okay. In her youth, she was very happy, enthusiastic, young, energetic, strong. Okay. So that is indicated by the glad grace. She was very, very beautiful, energetic, young, strong, all these things. Okay, how many loved your moments of glad grace? In her youth, so many people have followed her, loved her, only because she was very beautiful. How many loved your means the lover? Okay, that is the lady whom the poet loved. How many loved your moments of glad grace? When she starts reading the poem slowly, what she is going to understand? She will understand about the soft look of her eyes and also of their shadows. At the same time, she will also remember how many people loved her moments of glad grace. When she was young, energetic, attractive, beautiful, so many people loved her. Each and every moments of her age was loved by so many young people, rich people, energetic people. That is going to refer to the many politicians with whom that lady had the relationship. Okay. Now he says, and love your beauty with love false or true. And love your beauty with love false or true. He is saying that many people love your glad grace and also many people love your beauty. That love, whether it is false or true, that is not known. Even the lady also has not understood whether their love was true or false. Okay, whether it is genuine or not, that is not understood by the lady. The addressing of the poem to whom the poet is talking. Okay, it is not known. It is not known to anybody. According to the poet, only his love is genuine. Only he loved her truly. All the other men who loved her only for the sake of her beauty, attraction, intelligence, the kind of influential power she had in the society, they loved her.
but it is unlike others. That is the case of the poet. The poet loved truly. That is what he tried to convince her. He is telling that when you become old, when you start reading this poem, now you are not accepted. When you become old, you will understand that how I means that is the poet loved her. Okay. He says, but one man, he is saying, one man loved the pilgrim soul in you. He is telling clearly, definitely, concretely, with definiteness, with particular thought, okay, with clarity, but the one man loved the pilgrim, but one man loved the pilgrim soul in you. He is telling clearly, only the poet loved her. Who is that one man? That is the poet. He is telling her. Only the poet loved the pilgrim soul in her. Pilgrim is one who goes in search of a spirituality, spiritual meaning, sacred holiness. Maybe a person who is going to a holy place, sacred place, that fellow is going to be referred as pilgrim, okay, pilgrim. To the place, if a person is going, that place is going to be considered as pilgrimage. The soul of that pilgrim, okay. So it is referring that a soul which is going in search of a sacred one, okay, a soul which is going in search of a sacred one, that one is loved by the poet. He has not loved just a physical attraction, intelligence, influential power in the society, not that money, not for any convenience. He loved her. He loved that woman for the sake of her pilgrim soul. She had the pilgrim soul. It means her soul was wandering from place to place, person to person, in search of the sacred person, sacred soul, the holy soul. It means the true soul that is going to love her. She was in quest of that. She was in search of the soul that loves her truly. Only that soul he was loving. He was expecting. He was trying to reach, meet, understand, serve. In that way, the poet is going to express to her. Okay, that is going to be remembered. That is going to be realized for the lady only when she becomes old and she is going to read the book slowly. Not now. She is doing something wrong without accepting his love. That is what he says. And love the sorrows of your changing face. He says, and love the sorrows of your changing face. Changing face. He is saying that he did not love only a pilgrim soul. One day she is going to become old, and at that time she will be feeling sad about her deeds, misdeeds, the mistakes, the wrongfulness, all those things she is going to remember, and she will be feeling the changes which happened over a period of time. Whatever may be the beauty, attraction, convenience, the power, everything is going to vanish one day. That is not going to be permanent at all forever in one's life. When everything is lost, she is going to feel the sadness of the loss which occurred to her, and she will be having the sadness about her changes in the beauty. when she was very beautiful, so many people were following her. But when she becomes old, nobody would be there. At that time, since she would not be having anybody with her, she will be feeling very sad, sorrow. Not only for the people, they were not there with her, she would be feeling sorry, sorrow, sad. It is also for the mistake, without accepting the poet's love, what the mistake she has done. For that mistake also she is going to regret and feel sad. Okay, so he is going to tell her. At that time also he will be loving her. He is saying that, and love the sorrows of your changing face. Even in the later age, in the old age, when she is not going to have anything, when she did not have anything, at that time also only the one man, that is the poet, loved her, but not the others, because their love was all fake, not genuine. They did not have any commitment, loyalty to the love. But only the poet had that commitment, the truthfulness, the sincerity in his love for her. That is why he loved her throughout her age. Whether she was beautiful or not beautiful, all through her life, he is going to love her, and he loved her. That will be known, that will be realized to her when she becomes old and when she reads that poem. Okay, this is another thing. And in the next stanza, he is going to give a kind of caution if she doesn't accept his love. Okay, now what is going to happen if she becomes old and read that poem? All these things will be recollected to her, and now if she doesn't accept his love, what is going to be the ultimate consequence? She wants to come back. She wants to accept, but he will not be there. He cannot be no more with her. He would run away from her. She cannot do anything. She cannot get it back. What is going to be a loss for her? That is the kind of instruction and warning he is going to give her. And bending down beside the glowing vase, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Remember, and bending down beside the glowing vase, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. So read these 4 lines. And bending down beside the glowing vase, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Okay, when she becomes old, when she is going to read, she is going to realize how many people loved her and whose love was only the true love, sincere love, honest person who loved her all through her life, whether she was beautiful or not beautiful, young or old. Without bothering for any convenience and advantages, only the poet loved her. That is going to be realized to her at that time what she is going to do. And bending down beside the glowing bars, there will be a fireplace. Already she is aged, full of spirit, and she will be nodding, sitting by the fire. She will be sitting by the glowing bars. Just she is going to murmur. She is going to speak to herself about the regrets, about the mistakes, about the wrongful things what she did. That is just a matter of love not accepted by her. That is the thing, the poet's love was not accepted by her. That is the mistake what she has done, about which she is going to regret, murmur. If she regrets in the old age, what is the use? A little sadly, she is going to regret very sadly. She is going to feel very sorrow for the mistakes what she has done. How love fled. That is, the poet is not going to be with her in her old age. It means, in one way, in the old age, she will, even when he is not there with her, if she regrets, what is the use? This is one kind of reminder that he is giving to her. Another way is also trying to give a kind of caution to her. If you don't accept, he is saying, if you don't accept, I am going to run away. And if you expect me, at that time I am not going to be available to you. That is the kind of warning also is there in this voice. How love fled and based upon the mountains over it. She is going to think, how my love fled, gone. Okay? How my love fled, gone, run away, ran away. Okay? And where it has gone, based upon the mountains over it. Running over the mountains, it means he cannot come back even if he wants. If she wants, he cannot come back. She cannot call him back. He won't be in a position to come back. That will be the time no one can do anything. Okay, the greatest mistake, the greatest loss that is going to be incurred for her at that time, whatever may be the kind of regrets or the kind of frustration she is going to feel, the sorrow, sadness, whatever she is going to feel. And if she tries to compensate also, if she tries to correct herself also, that time nothing can be done, because he has gone and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Amid means in the middle. There will be so many stars. Inside of these stars, he is going to merge, he is going to stay. He cannot come back. Stars is nothing but, that is nothing but the indication of the future. Maybe he is going to die, his soul is going to be part of the universe. At that time, body and the soul, when they are separated, they cannot unite once again. He cannot come back to meet her for making her happy in her old age and to console her, to serve her, to make her happy. Okay, in that way, he is going to remind her in future if she wants also, he is not going to be available, and he also gives a kind of warning that he is going to run away if she doesn't accept. So, in this way, the whole poem is speaking about the kind of feeling what the poet had towards the woman
whom he loved her most. Okay, fine, thank you.